and bear true allegiance.
And bear true allegiance.
Moments after President-elect William Ruto was sworn in, it was now time for him to speak to the eagerly waiting crowds. Being his first speech as the fifth president, there were a lot of expectations from Kenyans. In a way, the first speech will set pace for the agenda for not only the first 100 days, but the entire 5-year term. The cost of fuel has steadily been rising in recent months. Its high cost has consequently led to high costs of production of food and transport, which ultimately causes a rise in the cost of living. Speaking on this matter, President Ruto noted that in order to bring the cost of living down, his government will focus on empowering producers.
The cost of living challenges are related in our respectful submission to production. Our strategy to bring down the cost of living is predicated on empowering producers. The forecast for maize harvest this year is below 30 million bags against a normal production of 40 million bags. The main cause of the decline in production is the high cost of farm inputs.
Lack of employment is a huge challenge for youths in the country. During Ruto's campaign, he had promised the youth that creating job opportunities will be at the top of his agenda. As he spoke to the cheering crowds, Ruto promised that his government will work to create a favorable business environment.
To deal with the huge challenge of youth unemployment, we will roll out our social and affordable low-cost housing program, targeting an average of 250,000 units every year. This will create opportunities in the entire job market. We will engage TVET institutions to provide necessary skills to enable the Jua Kali industry supply standardized products for our housing program. We will leverage on our competitive advantage in the leather and textile industry to roll out our labor-intensive agro-processing industrialization program.
Since its inception, the competency-based curriculum (CBC) has faced a lot of criticism, with the first phase of grade 6 learners set to join junior secondary school next year, together with 844 Form 1 learners. Many parents are looking at the new government to look into contentious issues concerning the curriculum. Information by Ruto that he will form a task force to look into the matter can only give hope to parents that there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Public participation is critical in this matter. I will establish an education reform task force in the presidency, which will be launched in the coming weeks. It will collect views from all players in line with the constitutional demand of public participation, and we are particularly alive to the anxieties of parents on the twin transition of the last 844 class and the first CBC class in January next year.
Other than promising to protect the independence of the judiciary, Ruto also promised to protect the independence of the National Police Service, which he said has been undermined by the continued financial dependence on the office of the president. According to Ruto, financial independence of the police service will help fight against corruption and end the political weaponization of the criminal justice system.
I have instructed that the instruments conferring financial autonomy to the National Police Service by transferring their budget from the Office of the President and designating the Inspector General as the accounting officer be placed on my desk for signature this afternoon. Financial independence of the police will give impetus to the fight against corruption and end the political weaponization of the criminal justice system, an undertaking I made to the people of Kenya.
Grace Ongoi for TV News Watch.